Let's react to my 2024 trend predictions. It's been a year, so let's see which predictions actually came to pass, which predictions I actually wore myself, and which of them actually never came to fruition. So the first trend I spoke about was utility belts. And it's actually something that I've been seeing already on like social media. It's not something I've seen in real life. And I think it makes sense because whilst it gets colder, people start to layer up more. People want to be hands-free, put your hands in your pocket, and a handbag or like a shoulder bag is not necessarily going to fit over your jackets. So it makes sense that we're moving towards like the utility belts, the like crossbody bags and those kind of things. This is one that I actually haven't seen in real life or as much. Actually, no. It's definitely one I haven't seen in real life, but it's one I've definitely seen a lot online. It's not one I wore myself, which I said I wouldn't wear myself anyway, but it's definitely one I see more online as opposed to in real life. So I think this is one that kind of came to pass. And I really like the utility belts in the way, like, the thinner ones that kind of look like a really thick belt with the cargo style pockets. Those I like. I've seen like a denim, I've seen a denim version on Vinted from originally from Zara. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. And I feel like that I kind of like because I feel like it'd look really good layered over a skirt, layered over jeans. So I am kind of considering that one. And I definitely think it's something I would wear. I wouldn't wear it as a replacement to wearing a handbag because I'm always going to wear a handbag because I don't know. An outfit is not complete without a handbag of some sort. So I am considering that one. I think it would just be a cool layering piece or addition to any outfit. So we shall see. But I guess that prediction did come true, and it's just one that I haven't worn myself. Cinched waists and kind of like creating that hourglass figure through clothing rather than having the actual hourglass figure ourselves. People are going to start creating like more hourglass silhouettes through clothing, and I think this is a trend that's kind of been creeping up a little bit. We've been seeing it with the hourglass blazers that are kind of like more structured in that silhouette already, and I think this is not a trend or not something that is new to us. It's something that's been done time and time again, but I think it makes sense for like the colder weather. I feel like I've almost gone in the opposite direction of this. I definitely started the year playing around with the elevated peplum with cinching and that kind of thing. But I feel like I've kind of gone the opposite direction nearer the end of the year. If you've watched my I'm Obsessed video, then you would have seen I spoke about shapeless silhouettes. And that's something I've definitely been enjoying a lot more. Maybe because it's cold, or maybe it's just because like, I don't know, I've been playing with dimension in different ways. So I guess this one is one that I kind of did, and I feel like I've seen other people do it. Like a lot of people have been playing with the hourglass blazers a lot more. I've seen that from a few different brands being reintroduced, high street luxury as well. So I guess this is one that's kind of up to, I don't know, it's kind of one that has happened, but then for me myself, I'm not sure if it's like it trended, if that makes sense. Like it happened a little bit. It didn't like come like full force in our face in 2024. So I feel like this one I half got right, but then I half didn't because I've definitely seen a lot more of the shapeless silhouettes. And maybe it's because it's something I'm into, so I'm seeing it more, if that makes sense. Because when you're into something, you just see it a lot more. Like it's that thing that when people say when you buy something new, then you all of a sudden start seeing everyone with that exact same item that you have. I think it's this kind of same concept for this. So I'm not sure if this one really took off, but I think it halfway did. So let's say I kind of got it right, but I didn't, and it's not a trend I partook in myself. The skinny jeans one, however, I'm not really sure why I really thought that I would particularly be wearing skinny jeans a lot more. The reason why skinny jeans will definitely come back in 2024 is because of like the legging and boot combination silhouette that girls do tend to wear when it gets colder. We've all definitely seen the leggings, thick socks and boot combination every single winter, time and time again. It's a silhouette that comes out every single year, and I guess if it works, it works. Personally, that's not my vibe, but I can see how we go from that to bringing skinny jeans back as well, because it's the same slender silhouette. It's easy to layer with boots, and obviously boots and winter go hand in hand, and they're just like an elevated legging essentially. So I think with this whole skinny jeans being back, I don't think it's going to be every single shade of skinny jeans coming back. I think particularly we're going to see more black skinny jeans because they kind of emulate the whole leggings effect, and they're just great for wearing boots with as well. I have worn my skinny jeans this year, I'd probably say around 3-4 times, and I've like it's not when I've worn it, I've not worn it to be dressed up. I've not worn it to make a statement of some sort. I've just worn them in a very much casual way. Black top, the skinny jeans, simple jacket, and then these boots that I really like wearing scrunched down. So very simple is the way I've worn them. The first time I wore them was at the beginning of the year, and I felt like I wore them purely for the fact that I mentioned it in this video, like it got in my head, and I wore them with like puffy boots. But every other time, like I've worn them recently, it's just been in the same very casual way of I don't want to think of what to wear. I want to wear something that's very sleek and very minimal. But again, that's not a trend that's been taken off, but I definitely think it's one for 2025. We'll see. But I definitely think like the slimmer silhouettes are coming back in. I've been seeing a lot more people pairing slimmer jeans with boots as well, like knee-high boots. So I feel like this one is one that's gonna take off properly in 2025 that didn't quite see the light of day in 2024. So we're still holding out for that prediction. We will see if it manifests fully in the next year. As for me personally, I've worn it, I just haven't worn it a whole lot. So it's not really a silhouette that is my style. Again, I wear capris, I wear boot cuts, but that's probably as skinny as I'm gonna get. Like, I don't like a full length skinny. I don't like something skinny around my ankle. So it didn't really make sense that I would have thought that I would have worn skinny jeans. And this is something that I have not necessarily seen said, but this is something that I feel like would be happening, because I feel like with the whole 2020 and the whole pandemic, people started to get more comfortable wearing, joggers and loungewear, and that kind of became the everyday outfits. I think as we move further away from the pandemic, we are going to be seeing more dressier outfits, and not like dressed up as in dressier in comparison to joggers and loungewear being worn as everyday outfits. And I think this will trickle down into shoes as well. We'll be seeing less trainers worn every day and people opting more for the ballet flats, for loafers, and just flat but comfortable shoes. I mean, this was kind of a cheap prediction because it was something I was already doing myself. And I think it's definitely something that took off. Like, everyone's been wearing loafers, everyone's been wearing ballet flats, and everyone's been like wearing the kind of athleisure aesthetic a lot less. I don't think I've seen it very much at all, if not at all. So I definitely think this is what I got right, but I only made the prediction simply because that's how I dress on a day-to-day basis. Although, like when I say this last probably couple of weeks, I've been wearing trainers a lot more. I've been wearing my Margiela trainers a lot more, and I've been wearing my New Balance trainers a lot more than I like. Normally, the New Balance ones I basically never wear unless I'm going to badminton, and the Margiela ones I wear hardly, maybe like every once in a few months. But in the last week, I've worn trainers 3 days out of 7 when I'm going out. So that was a bit of a shock for me. But in general, I have carried on wearing just dressier, casual outfits. And I think society in general has been dressing dressier. I think it's just as we move further away from COVID and everyone just dressing very comfortably, now people are kind of wanting to look more put together, look more elevated in their day to day. So this is a trend that I definitely got right, and a trend that I definitely got right for myself. Faux fur jackets, or fur jackets in general, which I love a faux fur jacket. I've been wearing faux fur jackets for winter for, I say, probably more than 3 years in a row. I just like the way it looks for dressing up an outfit. But this year I've noticed that the faux fur jackets that people are wearing are a lighter brown. And my jacket that I recently thrifted was like a lighter brown as well. And I think it just looks cool. It's dressy, but it's also casual at the same time. The fur coats one was also like a bit of a cheat because people had already been wearing fur coats at the end of last year. So, we were going to still see the fur coats. And I think fur coats in general tend to come out every winter. Me, myself, I've been wearing fur coats, or should I say, fur faux fur coats every single winter for I don't know how many years now, but I think when I spoke about it, I definitely mentioned specifically the lighter fur coats. And that one I've worn a lot more than my darker one and my red one. The red one I literally only wear kind of more on special occasions just because it's very bright. And I don't like to wear bright in your face colors really that often unless it's got like another color within it. But yeah, so I guess that one happened. That one is still trending. We love the fur coats. I definitely want like a long fur coat personally. I have been wearing my short ones. I haven't worn the faux fur coat as a shirt like I said I wanted to do, just because I haven't had anywhere to go where I could wear that. I guess I could just wear it on a day to day. So, you know, we still have a little bit left of the year. Winter's not over yet. I can still do it at the beginning of 2025. I might wear it as a shirt. And I definitely want a short sleeved one, which I still haven't got, that I did mention in that video. I have seen a few that I like. I just haven't seen one that I really, really like. So I'm kind of waiting for the perfect one. But I guess that prediction did come true because it was already happening. So that was a cheap one as well. So right now I feel like I've got 2.5 out of 5 correct. But the last one I'm going to talk about, I did have 2 more, but the very last one I mentioned in that video was just so random. And the electric V-necks, I haven't got an electric blue V-neck. I don't even barely wear any jumpers really. I'm more of a fleece girl. Like I like to be able to zip it up. I like the cardigans I can button up rather than something that goes over my head. That's why I don't really wear hoodies as well. Actually, hoodies I don't wear because I don't like the hood, like at the back of my head. But the last trend I spoke about was accessorizing our shoes. I think it would be very cool to accessorize our boots. For example, imagine this pair of boots layered with anklets. Do you not think that would be, even one anklet, I think that would be very cool and very different and just a very nice way to get wear out of our anklets during the colder weather. This one I'm disappointed that I haven't got a lot more wear out of. Like this would have been such a good trend. And also I'm disappointed I didn't quite take off. Like we're still accessorizing our bags, so maybe there needs to be a little bit more time, or this is just going to be something that's very niche, but it's something that I haven't done myself, which I would have liked to have done a lot more. I think I've just been really lazy when it comes to accessorizing, so that's probably why. But now that I've like remembered it, I definitely want to do it more. I did it obviously a lot more at the beginning of the year. No, the beginning of the year, end of last year as well. Probably because I had it in my head and I really wanted to style stuff in that way. And then obviously when I made the video, it made me want to wear it again. But yeah, it's something I definitely want to do more. Actually, I haven't been wearing knee-high boots this year, so that's probably why. I've been wearing a lot more like baggy trousers when I do wear like shoes in general, and I haven't worn my boots as much. But I definitely want to wear boots more and carry on accessorizing them because I think it was such a good detail that really elevated my outfits. So hopefully this end of year and 2025, I will be accessorizing shoes more, even like just accessorizing laces and stuff. I feel like that would be a cute addition to shoes. So I feel like I got 3 out of 6 predictions, 6/7 predictions correct. So it's quite interesting. I'm going to do a 2025 trend predictions as well. And then I guess at the end of 2025, we'll review what actually happened, what I actually wore, and that kind of thing. But I definitely think it's fun to talk about trends. I basically don't really participate in most trends, but I think trends are fun to participate in if they coincide with your personal style. So I do like them and do think they are definitely something that's fun to play around with. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me react to my 2024 trend predictions. Let me know if you wore any of these trends, or let me know one thing you thought you would wear in 2024 that you didn't end up wearing. I think that would be fun to know. If you did like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share as usual. And I'll be seeing you in my next video. Goodbye and God bless.